Most people are already drowning in AI-generated information. We have more data, more articles, more courses at our fingertips than ever before. But even more people are burnt out and confused on the best way to actually use all this information for leverage. The problem isn't lack of information, it is lack of comprehension. What if you had a tool that didn't just give you more information, but help you understand everything you have? A new way to use AI to learn anything and become dangerously good at it. If we're just meeting, my name is Noah Oloja. In the last 3 years alone, I've spent thousands of hours testing over 500 AI tools. I've fallen in love with some, but one has truly changed the game for me: Google's NotebookLM. In this video, I'm going to show you all the core features of NotebookLM, and then we'll dive deeper into 3 real-world applications, such as applying for a complex grant, the full framework for building a custom AI product from scratch, and powerful workflows that can combine NotebookLM with other tools. I will even give you the exact prompt to use to play around with these two. So stick around to the end, because I'm also going to add some quiz at the end to help you lock in this knowledge. Now let's start with the question: what is NotebookLM? To understand why NotebookLM is so powerful, we need to think about how we learn. There are 3 fundamental stages of learning. The first stage is to acquire information. This is you reading books, watching videos, taking notes, listening to podcasts. You know how you learn. The second thing is to understand and comprehension. This is where you connect the dots, the patterns, and truly grab the concept and the context. Now, a lot of people actually get stuck at the acquiring information. Like, you go on ChatGPT or Google, you acquire so many information and you get overwhelmed. But the real leverage for learning is when you get to the third stage, when you can apply this new knowledge and synthesize it. This is creating something new for what you've already learned, like creating a project, creating an article, creating a business case, an idea, an app, and so on. Most AI tools just help with the first stage. They generate more stuff, more information, but NotebookLM is so different. That's why I love it so much. It's a closed source AI solution. It only works with the information that you provide it. So you can harvest information from multiple credible sources. You upload your document, your note, your web articles, even YouTube video transcript, and it becomes your personal expert on that specific material. It is not a search engine for the whole internet. It's a comprehension engine for your own world of information. So you can create, you can document, and you can do anything you want with it. With that understanding, we're going to do rapid fire walkthrough of NotebookLM. So this is the landing page of NotebookLM. So you can get there by going to notebooklm.google.com. So this is NotebookLM landing page, and to create a new notebook, you can create new or just tap on this button and it's going to open this dialog. Here you can add sources from your Google Drive, can add different file types. You can see PDF, text, Word document, audio, and a wider range of pictures as well, which is great. You can also add website links, articles, materials. All of those things are super important. You can add YouTube as well. I love this feature. It allows me really look at different YouTube videos that I like and add it as a source material. You can also copy huge chunk of text, and it allows you to actually use up to 50 sources here, which is generous. Because I'm on a paid Google workspace, I get 300. Now this is the chat interface. So once you've added a couple of workbooks, you can then chat to understand, analyze the information, ask questions, dive deeper into the source material, which is good. You're going to see that in action as we go. And this part is the studio part, and nothing is activated yet because we've not added any source. But I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what this looks like, but let's see it in action. So now, assuming we wanted to apply for a grant as promised. Oftentimes I want to apply for some grant to move my mission forward as Sync Skills, where we're helping underserved community and immigrant change their life by helping them upskill in digital areas like in AI, business analyst program, all of those things that help them move from under-skilled job into high-skilled job. You know, I've been doing that for the last 3 years and it's been the joy of my life, right? So now, assuming we wanted to apply to a grant, so we can say, please search articles or search search for the available grant from the Australian government for small businesses, and I can just check the web. It's gonna go. This is so good to be able to pull resources from the internet. It's so great. So we can see, can find grant finder, a lot of stuff here. So we can see different links, which is great. This is one way to add sources, and I can also pull additional sources from my local. So for example, I go into my local, so I can find grant. There's a time I was applying to a grant. I can find document from a grant and actually post it there. Just gonna add some document from my local, and it's just gonna add it in there, so you can see it's processing it. Now there are some links that may not work, so you can just remove that. Interestingly, you can add YouTube videos. So I can go on YouTube and say, look, find a video about the best way to apply for a grant, and then I can add the link as well. So we're gonna do that. So let's check YouTube. I'm gonna show you how to do this faster with another tool when we get to workflow later in the video. So you can see it's gonna process the video, which is awesome. Now we go to the chat interface. Now you see the chat interface is here. So basically you can ask questions, try to understand this. We've selected all these sources now, which is great. So I can ask him more questions to get deeper meaning, right? How can I position sync skills for grant? Probably doesn't know sync skills now. So what I would do is I'm gonna just quickly add a source once it's come back to me. I do want to mention, you can see that it's actually grounded in the sources that you have added. So telling me where all of these things are by the number, you can see where it took that from. But I want to help it out at the website and say sync skills, and then I'm going to add it as a resource there, paste it in there. So it's going to have more context about sync skills. So do you want to revise your response? So you can see it's now considered that. I do want to talk about the studio, which is the next feature to talk about. So the studio here, we can generate audio, which I'm going to click. So it's going to generate like an interactive podcast where we'll be able to enjoy. That's one pro tip. So if you want to learn anything, this is one way I learn stuff. I can get a lot of source material on a particular topic and basically generate my own podcast. It's very interesting. You're going to see that in action soon. Another one is video, which is great. It can generate video overview, because sometimes you can get the audio, but you want to visualize some of the article, graph, tables from the research document, and video really helps. And also mind map is another critical feature there that helps us as visual learners to help you bring all of this important information and get a deeper meaning. You can also create reports. So you can create your own custom report. This is great. The other day I used this to create a business plan for a new company that I'm trying to start up. I'll keep that as a secret. And then you can create different briefing documents. You can see that I'm creating one. You can create more. So you can see the prompt for the briefing document. They create a comprehensive briefing document that synthesizes the main themes, and so you can literally change this to whatever you want. Change the prompt so you can get more specific report to your needs. You can create study guides, like I'll give quiz as well. You can see it's generating that and more. You can see different type of format, but then more importantly, you can create your own. So create a prompt and then add it to create your own strategic report, which is very good. You can create flashcard as well, quizzes, and those are the power of NotebookLM. It's getting some errors from generating the audio, so let's try that again and let's see. So I'm going to show you the mind map so you can see how you can go deeper to understand the map. So let's go to there. So you can see it talks about grant for business. You can go deeper by clicking this. You can see research, and you just go deeper and deeper to help you understand it. Eligibility criteria helps you visualize it, which is amazing. You can download it as well, which I really love. Can you imagine? This is different from just using ChatGPT, which is what I love. We can look at the document, see the different document that we've created so far, the guide, the study guide, quiz, asking different questions to help us understand, like, do I really know this thing that I've learned and studied? So this is the quiz report. We'll go back to studio. We can see what report is this? This one is overview, right? Very detailed. This would have taken like a couple of hours to get this done, right? You can see referencing skills as well in the report. Looked at the website and really condensed that information. And this is the quiz. This helps you really understand, right? And then flashcard. This is what it looks like. I love this, and it's still generating the video. We're going to come back to that later. But you can see the power of AI. Basically, you can ask it more questions, analyze the document, add more, and turn any of these into a source as well. It's very important. You can also share with people. You can invite people to this workspace to see what you've done and collaborate with them. But I do want to mention that you need to save to Note, because NotebookLM, unlike ChatGPT and the other LLMs, they don't train on your data. If you want to retain this result, you have to save it in there so that you can refer to it later. I remember the first time using this, I didn't save my good result and I was really upset. So please save it if you want to refer to this a bit later, right? And then you can share this. You can see the analytics here. When you share with people, you need to have at least 4 users to be able to see anything meaningful there. I think that those are the great things that I want to talk about when it comes to NotebookLM core features. So congratulations, gotten the walkthrough. I hope that jiggles your mind to see the possibilities. Like, you can literally create your own learning path. You want to go into, like, I want to learn about how to create YouTube videos. I want to learn about how to build an app. You can get all the best resources from the best places and create your own tailored, structured program, because so many people get overwhelming information. This helps you get that clarity. And to show you more use case, the other day I wanted to learn about how to start a cleaning business, and I basically went and extracted so many videos to learn about that, and just show you one of the grants that I applied to. I didn't get it, but this was it, and this is the audio. And joining the conversation, I want to understand, tell me more about how this grant, tell me more about how I can position favorably for this grant. So basically, I was trying to show you the audio.
Welcome to the Deep Dive, your shortcut to being well informed. Today, we're really plunging into something crucial, Australia's evolving workforce. We're putting a sharp focus on finance, technology, and business, the FTB sectors.
Yep. We've sifted through, stacks of recent reports, government insights, a lot of data, actually.
And our mission here is to cut through all that noise. We want to give you a clear, actionable picture of where the Aussie job market is heading. You know, what skills are really in demand and how different initiatives are trying to shape growth and, importantly, inclusion.
And just to grab your attention right away, think about this. Vacancy rates in tech.
Isn't that awesome? Like, podcast. Now I want to join the conversation. Let's do it. Let me join the conversation.
Oh, hey there, what's up?
Can you tell me the most actionable key fact that I need to be aware of as the CEO of SyncSkills?
Kid who is committed to helping immigrants. I'd say the most actionable key fact is centered on value and confidence.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Their whole program is about turning high-skilled, motivated immigrants who are stuck in jobs like support work or nursing into people who can claim high-paying, six-figure tech roles.
Yeah, roles like business analyst or project manager.
The key actionable insight is this: the SyncSkills model.
Yeah. So we got that right. So that's the audio. Let's go back to our own audio is back. So let's see if it plays.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Awesome.
Today we are taking a massive swing at the Australian business funding landscape.
It's a pretty complex world to navigate.
It is. Forget wading through all the policy documents. We're going to give you the shortcut to understanding the currents of...
Pro tip, you can listen on 1.5x. So let's talk about how to then build an AI product. So this is the juicy part for me. Like, as a builder, somebody that's trying to experiment, I think that there's not been a better time to be someone testing their ideas, building out MVP. This has created a lot of opportunity for us to test that idea. You know how when you're in the shower, you're thinking, oh, I could build this solution that will change the world and things like that. I have that all the time. I'm sure you do have that all the time. Put in the chat some of the ideas that you'd be willing to test and you've not gone to it, because I want to show you how to really do that. Now, we're going to be building an AI from scratch. Remember, you can't build an app in NotebookLM at this stage, but it's the critical first step for research and the strategy. So let's use our idea for like a student learning tracker, which is an idea I've always had to build for learners at SyncSkills to be able to track their journey. So let's use NotebookLM for the critical first step of the research and strategy. That will just help them track their milestone, just keep them motivated along the journey step by step. But we need to go through that process using a framework. So the first thing I want you to understand is the ideation and research phase, which is where NotebookLM NotebookLM thrives the most, right? We want to get articles, video materials, relevant information to help us build type of solution. And we're going to get all of those materials and put it in the sources as we've done before. And I'm going to show you an act that we can use when we get to using Notebook with other tools as well. So you can see some of the sources that's given. Let's look at the sources. I want this creating e-learning here. Okay, I'm adding that. Can you add some academic? Now I'm gonna go to YC.
You're offering event.
You don't know YC, so we're gonna put it there as a source as well. Very important. We're gonna import this, and remember, we're gonna add a YouTube video MVP.
Finally, some hacks for building an MVP extremely quickly.
That's how I learned. So now we're doing the second thing, which is distilling the key inside, which is step 2. We're just going to really understand all this information. Obviously, we don't want to start to read everything, which is what NotebookLM will help us to distill the inside. We want to get out all the key inside, summarize everything, and then we want to get the key features that we need to build. So you can see now we have an idea. Remember, we didn't have to learn or read 100 different sources or take a long course. We can just put everything here. If we had more time, we can add more sources as well. Check competitor, put their link as well, so we can do a deeper dive. But we've gotten the focus now. What we want to do is we want to take this to Gemini, which is another Google product. You can use ChatGPT as well. It can help us map this out very quickly. Of course, I'm giving you a basic prompt, but this is already good because we've done lots of research. We can get this, and based on that, we can create a web page. If you didn't know, you just use the opportunity, turn this to a web page, but we don't want a web page actually. We want a product document. So it just helps us think through what we want to build. And if we went to lovable.dev, just showing you now, we're moving into the workflow. If you just build this, Lovable can do magic and start to get things ready, which is so powerful. So we're moving to building this with other tools. So based on our research done, we refine using Gemini. You can use ChatGPT, you can use Manos, you can use so many other tools as well to refine that. And then Lovable can help you build that out. When this video is done, you're going to see what the output looks like. This is great. You can see the possibility. Previously, you would have had to actually hire a dev team to be able to do anything, a product management team as well. That's why they say AI may come for your job if you are not upskilling yourself. But hey, I'm saving you that. And just to show you the power tool I talked about earlier. So if you go to Perplexity, I did a video on Perplexity as well. You should check that out here. So you can also give it a prompt. Perplexity is going to go do all those source research for me. Perplexity is another amazing AI tool you should have in your toolkit. All of this, including an academic paper. So I can do a deep research or tell it. So that's one hack. I can add it to what we already have or create a new one, but let's just add it to save time. So basically we can add website link, paste the URLs, insert them, and then you can see it's going to add it and even enrich what we already have, and you can remove anything that is not relevant, right? So based on this, we can create a report, quiz, anything as we've discussed earlier. This is a powerful way to actually get more. So you can go from having no idea, let AI do the research, Notebook help you distill that and extract the right information and build. Now let's check on our lovely. Can you imagine this? Like we literally have an app. Enter as a student, you can see, go back to learning app, you can check courses, right? Yeah, there's still some issues, and that's where you now start to fix the issues. So you can enter as teacher, you can enter as parent. These are some of the things that are possible today. We can go from having just an idea and testing it out, and of course you have to do some iteration or the other issue. So as promised, we've talked about Perplexity Notebook research, we've talked about Notebook using Lovable as well to build apps. You can also use it for writing as well, so we can get all these insights from NotebookLM and basically take it to Claude. Claude is good for writing, Claude AI, and it's going to do an incredible job. So this is another way to actually, so look at it, it's actually creating the landing page. This is incredible. And this is the power of AI. This is what is possible right now. So we're just going to give it time. But let's enjoy what we already have here. You can see you can add other things like notification, so we can connect to backend, customize the design a bit more. There's so many possibilities in here. As promised, a quick quiz. I want you to answer in the comment which feature turned document into podcast and what is one pro tip for using it. The second question is name the 3 power workflow combination that we've described so far in this video. And the third one is what is the key difference between NotebookLM and general purpose AI like ChatGPT. That is the full dive into Google's NotebookLM. We've covered all the features and more importantly, how to apply them in powerful real-world workflows. If you got value from this video, hit the subscribe button. I post deep dives on AI, talked about ChatGPT here and Perplexity and many other tools that I'm going to be sharing. Go try NotebookLM, answer the quiz question in the comment and tell me what you're going to master first. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video here.